Here's how to get your e-commerce brand ready for Q4 for everything retention. So it's Q3 now, and you actually want to start making moves on everything to make sure that you're set up for Black Friday. What we see every single year is come November, a bunch of brands reach out to us, and we could literally take on dozens of brands in the month of November because they have nothing set up in place and they're just looking to work with literally anyone that will take them on to send campaigns, and at that time it's way too late. So in this video I'm going to break down some of the most crucial things that you can do. I'm not going to give you a big long list. I'm going to talk about some of the most important things that you can do right now over the next couple of months so you can see the highest ROI come Black Friday and November. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to start re-engaging a lot of people that haven't engaged over the last 30, 60, 90, even 180 days, even as far out as, last Black Friday. So before you do this, but you want to make sure that your deliverability is good. So have a look at your deliverability, look into the reports, look into your spam rates, unsubscribes, and make sure that all of these metrics are good. There's a lot of different platforms that you can leverage. You can leverage Glock apps. You can also leverage platforms like Zero Bounce if you want to validate a lot of your emails, and you want to just suppress a lot of the people that are bouncing or people that are not engaged. Okay, so once your deliverability is looking good, if you have some good numbers there, your deliverability is looking good, then you can start to send to bigger lists. Okay, so you can send to your 365 days engaged, or you can send to all active, and then just make sure for anyone that does bounce, or if you try and re-engage these people a couple of times and they don't engage, then you can just suppress them. Okay, so that's kind of thing number one, is to focus on your deliverability and do full list sends so you can get a bigger engaged audience and start to warm those people back up. And you want to make sure that you use smart messaging as well. So if they're a buyer, maybe you can call it out differently, or you can be like, hey, it's been a while, or you can try and hit them with some sort of aggressive but relevant subject line to try and get them to come back and re-engage with the email. Okay. You also want to have a look at the data. Like, this is a really good time to have a look at the data from last year, but also from this year, and have a look at like what offers engage best with your audience. Is that a buy one get one? Is that a flat discount, or is that some sort of tiered bundle, or if it's like something else, right? You want to figure out on like what offers work best, because we done this last year for one of our clients. They wanted to do this offer and it was like tiered and there was multiple different gifts, and we launched it and we also thought it was going to crush it, and so did they, because it was a bigger offer, it was a better offer. The higher the AOV, the more products that they were getting. But when we launched it on paid first and on ads, it just didn't hit the way we wanted it to. So 24 hours later, we actually changed around and went to their usual discount strategy. Okay. Now, this was a new brand that didn't have as many offers in the past. So this was a good learning curve, but just keep that in mind. Like, have a look at the previous offers that you've done last year and this year. And then if there's some that you're unsure about, this is the time to test them. Run a sale and test. Okay, is a buy one get one gonna do better than a percentage or some sort of tiered bundle? Okay, so it's really, really important to test your different offers. You also want to start building up other channels. So this is a really good time to look at, okay, what other channels are you going to focus on? Most of the time, this is going to be SMS. Also, if you don't already know, Klaviyo are rolling out WhatsApp in Q4. We have applied for beta access. We should have it really soon. So I'm excited to test that inside of Klaviyo, which should be massive, especially for UK, EU, and some other geos around the world. Not as much US. So how can you do this? There's a couple of ways. The first thing that I recommend is actually changing your messaging on your checkout. So you basically, where it is like the SMS opt-in, just have it where it's an incentive for the customer if they get something off their next order or something like that. You just want to have some sort of incentive instead of the usual SMS opt-in, because generally people have a bit more resistance to give their SMS. You can also have another pop-up on Klaviyo that's just targeted to your email subscribers or just your buyers, and pushing them to put in their SMS for a discount or just to get on the SMS list to get updates, right? You want to be doing this now, because come November, You know how it is every single year. People are starting their sales earlier and earlier and earlier. Before we know, people are going to be running Black Friday sales come October, the end of October or something like that, right? So just make sure that you start this now, because come November, it's probably going to be too late, because the inboxes are just going to be absolutely flooded, okay? And then with this as well is like also look at like what other channels can you add. Like I mentioned, WhatsApp, like this is the time to start trying to get it set up now. If you don't have SMS, get SMS set up and figure out like what else can you add. If you have like site push notifications or different pop-ups, like what else can you add, and then make sure you build on those lists, okay? And then also the next thing is just like get clear on what your secondary flows are going to be, like what your Black Friday flows are going to be, and make sure you have a strategy there. A lot of the times, like if let's say we do onboard with someone in November, like they don't have any of the Black Friday flows in place or anything like that. So make sure you have a strategy and make sure you know what you're going to have in your flows. And you can also like add SMS banners as well, dynamic ones for people that are not on your SMS list, and just start adding this to every single flow email, okay? So these are just a couple of things. There is some more things. There's other apps that I recommend that you plug in that we've been testing, but I'm going to wait some more time until we have more data to talk about those apps. But start with this anyway. Make sure you have good deliverability. Make sure you do full list sends. You test your offers. You build other channels, and then you have a strategy for your secondary flows. And you can even, get these built already, because come Q4, there's a million things you're going to have to do. If you have your design team, start writing the copy, doing the design, get them added to Klaviyo or your email platform, so everything is ready. You want to start preparing as soon as possible, and we're going to start doing this for a lot of clients. A lot of our clients that we worked with last year, we have them there, so we'll figure out, okay, what do we need to change, and then make sure that we have them all ready to go live. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be making a lot more videos around Q4, Black Friday, what strategies we are doing, but start there and I'll keep you updated. Cheers.